Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off to give the highest honor, glory, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and do rule well and taught me the truth out of the Bible. And amongst other things, peace and salutations to the elect scattered to all four corners of the earth, my fellow laborers who push this work and word in truth and sincerity all across the globe. Shalom. Yeah, man. So this is going to be a quick lesson. This is about the Odyssey platform. It's not reachable anymore, and I know from the Netherlands, but this is the EU laws that they are bringing on and accessible on Google. You can still, where you have DuckDuckGo of a search engine who got the built-in VPN, you still can get it, but on Google it is not anymore available. So for the brothers, especially in Europe who got Odyssey channels, and now in the Netherlands, I don't know how it is in, all these places in Europe, but brothers who got channels here in the Netherlands, are watching Odyssey. AI overview said this about it, that Odyssey.com is not accessible in the Netherlands via various internet providers such as Delta and Odido due to DNS blocks, likely based on an NL Connect reference list and related to the hosting of specific content, changing the DNS settings to to public servers such as 8.8.8 or 1.1.1.1 can bypass the block. So when you use that, you can bypass the block. But like I said, when you go to DuckDuckGo, got the built-in VIP, so then you still can reach Odyssey. But to show you that they really are cracking down, on these platforms. So like Elder Apostle Tahar also said that, hey, in Great Millstone, you need to have these alternative channels. I got a channel, also on Odyssey. So when I saw that, like, hey, it is not accessible anymore on Google, I was like, hey, let me look what is going on, But like they said, it is because of Russian propaganda. But really, this is the beginning of that whole totalitarian system that they are building and cracking down on the internet and really also upon this word. That's why we said that, hey, get this word while you can, because also YouTube, all these platforms, they're gonna crack down and they're gonna scrub away this word. You see, so yeah, we are saying that, hey, get this word while you can, because these videos and these epistles, it is not gonna be up any much more longer to get it, man. You see, so then, yeah, the Lord is really the one who gonna be like, hey, it is enough. And then we strongly also believe that, hey, the ark is closing, man. The spiritual ark, you see. So we can see it, and here in Europe they really cracking down upon it. And this is these how you say it, these are these rules that they all was already in the making since the C19 time, to crack down upon this word, that there be no freedom of speech, and they are controlling the narrative, and all these things with the tiny tops, and all what is going on. So yeah, get this while you can, man. So the cause Odyssey.com is blocked at DNS level by several Dutch providers, which appears to be a measure to make certain Russian content inaccessible. And Rumble also got RT, they talk about that Sputnik and all these news sites, Russian, they call it Russian propaganda, cannot enter really in the ear of the people in Europe, because they want to control the narrative about the war in Ukraine and what is going on. So they don't want you to really have your own opinion about it or see two sides, because we always say you need to know two sides of the story, because really the West, Europe, only want to make you to hear one side of the story, to control the narrative and to really play on the mind of the people. You see that is justified what they're doing. Meanwhile, a lot of people already know that is not so. These sites like this shows you alternative media and a lot of other things that you are not going to be easily persuaded by the narrative that they try to push, to go to war with Russia and all that madness, what they are pushing, the propaganda from the West, that side, you see. So, but yeah, really what is the most important is that this word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, also they're going to crack down upon it, because why? It is not fit in their narrative. So let me go to the scriptures. Bear with me. Because yeah, man, this word is gonna be soon. Is not gonna be available anymore, man. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, man. You see, so this word from Yahweh, hey, you ain't gonna hear this word anymore, man. You see, because why? It's gonna be scrubbed away. It's gonna get blocked. They're gonna do everything in the power that they are controlling the narrative, and that is really, like I said, the Lord is the one who's really doing it. That means that the spiritual ark is, or that is gonna be sealed. So the Lord, then we believe the elect is sealed by the Lord, man. You see, so. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Yeah, because now a lot of people are hearing this word. You have some that still mocking and scoffing, but when the time is going to be there, and we saw a good example was during the C19, that the people, that you was thinking that, hey, they were only walking by, they know that the men of the Lord are standing on the street. Then they was willing to come and listen, and they was like, yeah, you guys was always speaking about certain things and these things, and they was willing to listen, because now, when they did that with the C19, people was afraid and scared, and then they was willing to listen to the word of the Lord, and they was searching everywhere to hear this word. You see, that is what it was. You see, and that is going to happen again, but this time, even the man gonna be, he's really gonna withdraw his prophets from the street, man. You see, like he did also with Ezekiel, man, that the tongues of us gonna cleave against, in our mouth, man. We ain't gonna be there anymore to that you can find us, you see. So that people, they're gonna run, from the north to the east. They're gonna run and fro to seek this word, but it is not gonna be there available, you see. So yeah, man. Yeah, if I'm correct, I was quoting it, but let me get it real quick. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3. Because the Lord also said to Ezekiel, man, and that isn't going to be the time that the Lord ain't going to make us, prophesy anymore, and be on this, on the highways and byways to warn the people, because the warning went out. But hey, if people don't want to listen, then it is, yeah, the Lord is is done with it, man. Yeah, so let me see. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, and verse 24. Then the Spirit entered into me, and set me upon my feet, and spake with me, and said unto me, Go shut thyself within thine house. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. And the Lord is going to make sure that we also not are gonna be able to go anymore out to preach this word, man. You see, because that means the job's done. You see, the Lord, the warning went out, and those that didn't want to listen, that are not part of the elect, hey, it is over, it is done. You see, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. And that is really goes against our people, man. You see, like Elder Manata Zagba makes a lot of videos how Jake, our own people, are scoffing at this truth. You see, they don't want to have no association with the Hebrew Israelites. I was watching also a video of the a few days ago of the brothers from GMS, all precepts, if I'm correct, Salakia, if I don't forget the name of that elder, but also with Elder Hawat, they had a live video, like in North Carolina, that these monks, these Buddhists, was walking around, you see, and Jake was really going out for them. Meanwhile, the man of the Lord was standing there on the street, who really got that word, man, the real word, man, for salvation. But hey, our people love to be with all these other idols and these other religions. So, hey, now you are marked, because the prophets were there. You didn't want to hearken or listen. They didn't even shed an eye upon them, man. They just walking by and was fixated with these idols. So the Lord you are marked. A lot of you Jakes are marked, and the Lord is going to punish you, man. You see, because the house of Israel are really rebels, man. They are a rebellious house, you see, and they are marked, and that's why the Lord, the word is out, man. On the four corners of the earth, the prophets are back and prophesying, and if you don't want to listen, hey, it is to your own detriment, man. So that is what is happening, man. So, and that's why Esau, they're gonna try to stop this word. You see, because they don't like this is going out, man. You see, because our people love darkness rather than light, and that is that is a fact. You see. So let me go over here also, because also persecution about all these things is about to happen, man. Because why? They now going to tell you that you offend people with the word, and that is already happening. That they say that the Bible is sometimes like hate, and they want to cherry pick what they want to use from the Bible, out of the Bible, and whatnot. You see, so this is Isaiah chapter 29. Let me go straight to the point. This is not going to be a long lesson, just to show you that, hey, we're living in those times, man. And verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproved in the gate, and turn aside the just for the thing of naught. You see? And let me read it in NLT. Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. Yeah, because they make us, they say that, this word that we are preaching is hate speech, and especially our own people, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Jakes, you're scoffing against this word. You see? A similar fate awaits those who use trickery to prefer justice, and who tell lies to destroy the innocent. And that is basically what Esau Edom is doing, to his media. He's going to use a lot of things like deep fake, and all these things are going to come to the pipeline, and they're already setting up that grid, and, and try to really accuse the prophets, man, you see. But hey, the Lord says, bless you if you are being persecuted, you see, because they was persecuting the Lord also. So we have to take this as a badge of honor, if they're doing that. So, but they hate this word, man. That is what is really going on, man. They don't like this word is going out, because why? It is an evident token of their perdition, and to us for salvation. And they know it, so they doing everything in their power to stop this word from coming out. And that's why you see all these platforms they cracking down upon it, and it's gonna get, man. The time is gonna come that this word is not available anymore. No, no, not on YouTube, none of these platforms, man. You see? So this is the book. Let me go over here, because they hate this word, man, and especially our people too. They don't want to be reproved. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 10. And it reads, they hate him that rebuke it in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. You see? And this is this world, man. The people, they want to hear lies, tickle their ears. They don't want to hear the harsh words of the Lord, because it is a warning. We ain't sugarcoating nothing. You see, you're gonna get it straight, pure, uncut, untainted, man. And that is what they don't like. You see, the world don't like it, so that's why the world hates you, because we are not of this world. You see, they don't like when you speak honestly. You see, that is what they hate. They hate the ones who speak uprightly and speak in this word, these holy words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You see, like the Lord said, it is not you that they hate, it is me that they hate. You know, roughly paraphrase, because I speak of their works and it is evil. You see, that's why they don't like it. They want to wallow in the evil. They like it. You see? So that is what is going on, man. So we're living in these times, man. And the Lord, you know, that's why this word is now available. Get it while you can, because the Lord sent his prophets, man. He chose his prophets to do this word, proclaim this word and spread it onto you, man. Matter of fact, let me not butcher it and get this. This is Jeremiah chapter 3. Because we are in a period of grace. So get it while you can, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And that is what the Lord is doing, man. He's feed you. He gave you pastors, so the prophets, he gave you the prophets according to his heart. You see, and the word heart means mind. It is the Lord's mind to send the prophets. You see, the ones that he choose to proclaim this word and bring it on to the sheep, man. You see? So that's why he feeds you with this knowledge and understanding. You see? Knowledge and understanding will be the stability of thy time. So with all you're getting, get it while you can, man. Roughly paraphrase, man. Get understanding. And the understanding is these holy words, man. You see? So let me go also over here, because you have to seek the Lord, man. You see, now that you can, because how you seek the Lord, to listening to the prophets, because we are his messengers. You see, so let me get that also real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 55, and let me go straight to the point. Gone. And verse 6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. You see, and through the prophets, the Lord is near, because these holy words are being spoken unto you, getting fed with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. These holy words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, broken down by the prophets, you see, and started from the elders on down, man, from great millstone, man. You see, so get it while you can. Now is the Lord near, man. Get this word, man. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Yes, so if you know, we all was in the world, but hey, if you're of the elect, you will hear this word. My sheep will follow my voice. You see. So when you follow Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, you will abundantly be a pardon, man. You see, but you have to be of the elect, and that's why the rest will not hear this word, man. You see, so that's why we are here, man. You see, to proclaim the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see, and if you call upon the Lord, He's gonna be with you, man. Matter of fact, let me close it out with this. This is Psalms chapter 145. 145, 145, and verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. Yeah, man, if you sincere, you call upon the Lord, he is nigh unto you, man. You see, So that's why don't forsake this word, man. Stay in, abide in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. This is important. So yeah, man. With that, I want to give the highest honor, glory, and all praise to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rachakwadash. Yeah, man. So hey, man, get this word while you can, man. Cause hey, we are in these times, man.